Hello, good evening. My name is Morganon, and it has been like almost 2 weeks. Otis, I know it's so exciting, but I got my throat. It is time, I suppose, for some more Risen. Oh God, what is this? Why does the UI look different? Go with that. Oh, don't remind me about taxes. Didn't the IRS say like, please hold off on doing your taxes for a bit? Dan, do you want to know when I did mine last year? Maybe it was just I think it was just in California because they had some weird like what's it called? Like kickback kind of thing last year, and the IRS is like, we don't know what the fuck to do about this. Well, yeah, you want to know when I did mine last year? 22 states. I don't know if I was one of them. I'll have to look into that. Oh, this. I did mine in September, which was like weeks before. I actually completely forgot when the actual like deadline was before you get like fined for it. Because Dan's, as long as you don't owe anything, it's not a problem if you don't file by the deadline. And since I got a refund, it wasn't a problem. If you owe money, then they're just going to add a shit ton of fines on you for not being done by the deadline. But anyway, I'm not going to wait that long this year. I'm going to do it properly. Let's get this capturing this, which I can never do until it launches, but when I alt-tab out, it likes to crash, so let's hope for the best. We are alive. Oh, I'm not UI'd on the YouTube side, though. There we are. We've just paused the playback, so I don't need those. They're just wasting bandwidth. I mean, yeah, I don't know. As long as you're not in one of those weird states where the IRS doesn't understand you. Then, by all means, file your taxes on time and get your refund as soon as possible. And again, none of us are probably getting a decent refund this year, because that's the way shit rolls. Otis, please. Alright, so, as I recall, Mr. Mendoza shut himself behind the gates and is like, I'm the big dick here. So now we gotta go get armor that make us the big dick, so we can depose that dick. And those, do we even, like, do quest even tell us? Oh yeah, we have to do this. Okay, so the quest, actually, there are quest markers. There's not really much guidance. There are quest markers. But really, I think we should do the Cursed Lards first. We killed Lord Pattycakes, so let's go talk to...
Let me through.
I've forgotten the feller's name. One of Tilda's sons. Having a permanent sprint spell at this point would probably be very nice. But we don't have that because we would have to make it out of scroll or into scrolls, and I don't want to do that. God damn, I'm exhausted. I apologize for the lack of streams as of late. It is... Oh yeah, I'm with you, Dans. I have been spending way more time on rooftops than my job description says I should. My knees are not happy. You should have seen the acrobatics I had to do just to pull a wire into an air handling unit to wire up a device that didn't actually end up working. So, glad I made that effort. The funny thing is, when I get to actually do my job, I almost do it too quickly. I end up with an abundance of, like, ow! An abundance of hours, like, uncharged to a job because I don't have any more work to do on it. And they budgeted for me to work way harder. But I'm too good at my job. Ow, the pain! I'm getting worse at this video game, though. Bam. So what I kind of do is if I have like a slow week, then I kind of have like a surplus of hours that I can kind of tap into if I just need to hit my 40 hours. Or if I feel like one job, like I'll kind of throw a bone to the project managers if I did like really well on one job, but another one's like hemorrhaging money. I'll charge hours on the bad job to the good job to even things out and make their jobs look better. Which makes me look better in turn, because when I'm spending a lot of time on jobs, it's like the labor hours are assigned to me, so if I'm going overboard, then it looks like I'm not doing my job very well. So it's a bit of a robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you know, it's all's well that ends well, you know. Howdy, Nameless Heroine. How are you?
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Alright, feller. I killed Lord Patroskin.
The undead Lord Patroscon is dead.
Oh, we have all apparently had a terrible week,
finished
Nameless
him?
Heroine.
But I can still feel the curse. I can feel those other lords. Now they're whispering to me. Oh no, it's worse than ever.
The curse must still hold.
They won't let me rest. They want revenge for what Patroscon did to them. You'll have to get the vassal rings from those wretched creatures. Break the link for good. Please.
I'll take care of it.
Please. They can't be left to curse people.
So as I recall, if you kill the 5 undead lords first and then do the Patroscon bit, he says that bit where he's like, oh no, it's worse than ever, but then the dialogue just ends there and the quest is complete. It gets a little silly. Oh yes, I guess it's just that time of year for everything to be horrible.
I need more information about these undead. Can you mark where these ruined towers are on my map?
Right. Let me get my head straight.
How would this guy
Well,
know where they all
One
are?
isn't far from here to the north, and 2 are on the west coast. I think there could also be one on the south coast and one in the east. I'll mark them on your map anyway. I hope it helps.
Right. Thanks. I took one of these vassal rings from an undead lord. It looks just like yours.
So my haunting could really have something to do with that ring.
Could be.
I wish I'd never touched that damn thing. You think there are more of them out there? That all those ghosts has one of those rings?
Could be, my friend, but I guess the conversation ends there. I'ma steal your cheese and your bread. Uh-oh, I just set the rug on fire. Oh, well, it wasn't his hut anyway. Alright, so that does, if we go to the quest map for the Cursed Lords, we have all of these. Now, the only one that we've defeated so far was the one en route. Well, the one where Patty was kept prisoner. Because we kind of couldn't avoid that one. We may have gotten a second one, did we? Do I have 2? Well, I would have 2 rings, but one of them was Pattycon's. Well, listen, the torches have gotten me in a lot of trouble. You saw what happened when I tried to drop the torch in the lava to put the fire where it belongs. And ended up slingshotting myself in there instead. Gnomes! Do you mind, sir? I'm trying to kill you. It's very rude of you to kill me instead. Anyway, the other lord is over there. I happen to know there are genomes down there. I know definitely one of the gnomes here has the tool bags. Don't you throw a frickin' jar. Okay, there was one. Look at these Egypts. Oh my god, there's so many. They are legion. They are also wimps. Ow. Oh god. I'm stuck in... Oh my god. Stop throwing fish! Little bastards. Defeat. Okay, 2. 2 amongst these gnomes. All you had is frozen pizza? Delicious. I don't think I could possibly complain if that was my life. Although my arteries might. Notice, no flapping. Let me take notes, because I haven't been doing a very good job of that. What the hell's going on? My start menu is having a seizure. Gnomes. 2 amongst gnomes near the hut on the way to the big swamp. Anyway, there's one of the towers there. Not very towery anymore, is it? I hear ya. Little Sonics. Gravestone.
Another tomb.
Alas, nothing I can dig. A singular wolf. A lone wolf, as it were. Oh. Here we got the boners. And unfortunately, these are all kind of clustered together, so trying to just get a few ain't easy. Luckily, we can basically one-shot them now. That ain't much of a problem. And here, I recall, we get a fairly unique piece of equipment. Something you don't find a whole lot of in this game. AKA, I think this is literally one of 2.
Gotta start again. Yes.
Yes. There she blows. A shitty little leather cap. It looks hideous. And is literally just 1 and 1. There's a puny amount of defense. I'm not even gonna wear it. It looks terrible. That is the only helmet you find in the game other than the armor that we're looking for as part of this quest. Swing. Get down, sir. Lay down your king. And that's it. I question what these towers would really have been back in the day when they were, you know, actually in use and not filled with bones. Hey, here's an amulet. Because there's not really much to it. It's just a staircase. Obviously, it would have gone up and up. It would have gone further up. But it wouldn't have done much. And there's no other, like, lands around here. Like, a lord would have a castle. This is by no means a castle. Yeah, but why would a lord be hanging out here? A lord isn't going to just hang out in a tower sleeping on a bunk. He's going to have lands. He's going to have a big old castle with a lot of, like, luxuries. Don't make no sense. More genomes. So I think we need 3 more tool bags, or 2 more tool bags. 2 bags. I don't remember where they are. Mott and Bailey? I'm not... That's a reference I do not know. Perhaps, Dans, we shall explore. We'll see how distinct your memory truly is. Unless we got flies to swat. Ow! Interesting. Well, there's nothing wrong with the way you spelled it the first time, Dans, except that you added an extra tit to it. Distinctly. Interesting. I do not know castles that well. Yeah, I always got tits on my mind, too. Ow! Away with you. This water's not that deep. Get your legs moving. Oh, really? Tell me more. It's always weird to me that, like, animals can have so many more babies than they have nipples for. As weird as that sounds. Like, I remember finding, like, I know it's somewhat of a, like, survival thing. Where it's just like, whatever ones are the strongest are the ones that are gonna get the milk. You kind of just throw numbers at it and let the strongest survive.
Here's some more ore.
Because I remember, Tasmanian Devils in particular. Like, I used to watch, like, every morning before, like, elementary school, I would watch a, like, Animal Planet show that would feature one animal, like, in every episode. The Tasmanian Devils, in particular, they had, like, 12 kids, but only 4 nipples. So, most of the kids would not survive. That is very strange of goats to do. Dans, you disappoint me. You might be thinking of another waterfall, because there is, like, a ruined cave behind the waterfall. I think, that is, like, above the volcano ruin that we did in the last couple streams. We'll get there. Ow. Just about meerkats, like the whole show? Every episode? I remember my brother always gave me shit for it because, like, I was watching it, and he walked in during the one scene where there's a bunch of monkeys humping each other on a branch. And since then, he was just like, why are you watching animal porn? And he never let me live it down. Okay, so that's that one. Right, there's one all the way down near where Eric Solon was. Oh, we did do the one on the Geiger Island, that's right. Might have been bonobos. I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the show. There was like a game show that happened before it, and then the like animal like documentary kind of show. And it was narrated by a guy who definitely wanted to be oh, what's his name? That British old guy with the animals. Oh, I'm brain farting. What's his name? David Attenborough. Definitely wanted to be him, but I don't think he had an English accent. Yes. Sir David Attenborough. Apologies. Do you have to start from up there? I think you do. Pegasus! Sir David, attention, bro. Ah! That scared me. I think we all do. I should have eliminated the cooldown for that one. Although I might put up some of the alternative ones. There's one that is like really psychotic. And I was like weirded out because I recognized it immediately, even though it's like 8 octaves higher than the version I heard, but it was like all of these, that scream as well, were altered to become the zombie death screams in Gothic 1 and 2. And like when I realized that, I was like, whoa. But I also started hearing them in other games. I'm like, oh man, they're just stock sound effects. They just went like all remix on it. Get your bones out of here. There's a tool bag. We're gonna say across the bridge to the south tower. One on across rope bridge to the southern coastal tower. Scream punch sound? Oh, like the injury sounds? Let me find those again. Yeah. They were assigned to like the same character idea as the Seekers, but they were never used. Nope, that's not it. Test top. mod stuff, work, sound, speech. That's the wrong game. Abuin. Yes, SVM 19. And then...
There he is.
Yeah. I have no idea why those had the same character ID. I guess they just, like, didn't use those and didn't want to make an SVM 20 for whatever reason. Some of these, there were some other ones that were, like, really funny. I think most of those were in, oh, well, there's a classic. Wherever it is. Yes, everybody loves it. And that one guy who was really committed to it and went like 8 seconds longer than the rest of them. Actually, the player character in Gothic 2 had some grunty sounds as well. Like, you might know that the one in... Gothic 1 had some that got used by some of the mods, and they sounded so fucking weird. Where is it? I can't remember what mod I played that put those back, and I immediately uninstalled it because those were just so weird.
Awaken. I need a key for that.
Like, imagine getting, like, stabbed by a sword and you just go, Yeah, Val keeps changing her colors. Golden mod, yeah. Piece of shit mod that was. Now where the heroes grunts in Gothic 2? Just because I'm bored now. I don't remember what his character ID was for these things. Oh no, there's another one. Oh, I don't remember what the ID was. It was like really fucking weird. Anyway, where the hell is this? Oh, this is what I wanted.
Just wait.
Oh, where was it? Ooh-ah! Yeah, the death scream in Gothic 3, like, say what you want about all of the voice acting in that game, that death scream is definitely top 5, like, absolutely guttural death screams in video games. Oh, I don't remember where it was. I keep stumbling across it and then, like, losing it again. It's one I think that was supposed to play during, like, the, maybe the... What the fuck's it called? Chromanin quest, when you find the guy dead at the end. Oh, I'm never gonna find it. If I just type... Nope. Maybe it was in the other one? No, it's the same one. Is it? There's way more things here. No, there aren't. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just get back to the game. Anyway, there's... Oh, I crashed it. Well, this is what happens. Seems like if you're tabbed out of Risen for more than like 20 seconds, that's what it doesn't like. Otis, what are you looking? Yeah, there's more. Like any character with that voice actor has that scream, but yeah, the Grain Thieves are the first time you're gonna notice them. The guy goes like, "Ah!" Some people really wanted to earn their like minimum wage paycheck or whatever they got for doing that game. I always wanted to make like a compilation video of like the best death screams in video games. But Protobytes doesn't do the English localization. I don't think they would care. Bam, bam. You know what always intrigued me is From Software apparently specifically only records voice acting in English. Like for all of the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Elden Ring. They don't do voice acting in any other language. Because they're basically basing it on like European fantasy or like historical fantasy kind of stuff. So that's why they always go for like the Shakespearean kind of dialogue. Not like Shakespearean, but like that kind of old school they, thou, thee kind of dialogue. But Sekiro was different. I think Sekiro they probably would have only recorded in Japanese if not for the fact that Activision mandated that they localize it in like whatever other languages they thought would be worth it. Honestly, I don't mind Gus Gallagher in this game. I think the characters in general have a bad time, a lot of trouble emoting in this game. I think when he gets annoyed, you can just hear a slight edge in his voice. Like when he's talking to, what's-his-nuts about the gnomes stealing the crystal disc. He's like, so what do you want me to tell the Inquisitor? That the gnomes are using his disc as a dinner table. Wow, that fucking wolf took flight. To me, honestly, I know a lot of people shit on the voice actor in Risen 3. I didn't mind him in the long run. I found the one in Risen 2 very boring, and Jackson Elex very boring. But obviously Jax had that one funny bit where it just goes woof. That was amusing enough, I suppose. This man's throwing books. But, yeah. The guy in Risen 3 didn't really bother me after a while. There we go. There's all the bags. Let me write that one down before the game crashes. Gnomes right outside the same tower. Have at thee, boners. Look at this stick-having weirdo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but a lot of people in the long run, like a lot of people overall, say he's a terrible voice actor. Like, obviously, he went super gravelly and, like, tries to be stern. And anytime he changes his default tone I kind of dig it. So when he tries to sound more aggressive, like he tries to like put even more edge in his voice, that just doesn't work because he's already like he's already there. Ow! This guy's got the big sword. Yeah, he tries to go double Batman. Or when he tries to be a little bit quieter. Because he can't keep the same rasp when he quiets down, so it doesn't really work. Listen to that whistling wind.
Damn. It worked.
I think Teddy, I almost said Teddy. Teddy's like fidgeting around trying to figure out what to do because I'm using his blanket. Otis got a pet when the stream started. Teddy got a pet when he walked by a second ago, and Little Bro has not come down here. I'm giving Teddy his blanket back. Oops. Okay, them's two are done. I don't remember how many we gave him. We did that one. We haven't done that one. Did we not do that one? I thought we did. It says I have 3 of 6. I don't know if that's including the 2 I already gave him. Yes, I would never do that. That makes the parry useless, because your input takes twice as long now. Let's go for that one anyway and see if we're done with it. Oh no, I got 4. So I am missing one. Oh, you know what? I never actually did the Lord in the ruins where Patty is. Patty was. Where she remains. Oh, this is the bit where she would actually have like a comeback. She would show up for the dungeon in the west. Yeah, it's a terrible attempt to fix it. Like, they clearly fucked it up in a way they don't know how to fix. So that's their workaround, is to just make it based on a double tap input instead of a, like, time-sensitive input. And it's a terrible way to do it, but this is what you get with these third-rate, you know. Hello. Alright, I should be able to counter-parry a counter-parry now. That didn't quite work. Double taps in anything is terrible. Like, that's how I fell into the lava. Because I was just trying to do a slight adjustment, and the double tap made me go wing! In fact, that has to be a thing, because of the delayed inputs. I feel like the double tap timing is way more broad in that version as well. Otis. So I feel like if you tapped and then tapped again, like in literally that time frame, it would probably still dodge. If you play on the modern version. Honestly, I don't know if that would make the game any worse. Because then you would actually be able to read their inputs. Like, as it is, the parry is pretty shit in this game because the input's not... Like, the input delay is not long enough. Why, his sword went into the ocean. There's so many lizards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fuego walls. Whee! Oh, no, you don't. God damn it all. Whoa, he's floating. This little shit. Woo. Didn't even touch me. Oh, that's new.
That wasn't it.
Does this always happen?
Damn.
I don't remember this chest ever showing up here.
That wasn't it. Did it?
Huh. Why would they put a chest here? More idiots in there, who gives a shit? Come at me, you scaly fool. He does. Difference is, for some reason, him being the protagonist bothers me less. And also, he's just kind of like, ha, as opposed to the guys who are like, hua, ha-ya, we-ah. Like enunciating in strange ways, as opposed to him who just sounds like he's just heaving. Like fucking, what's his name? Giacomo? Guy was driving me nuts after a while. Ow. Nearly ow. Speaking of Code Vein, I still gotta edit those damn videos. I haven't done that in like a month. Now you like it, fool. A what? Oh, that's right. There's a whole dungeon down here that I kind of ignored. Ah! So if you know what you're doing, when you have that bit where Vasily helps you get to the coast and find the chest, you can't actually get him down here. He won't want to follow you, but if you're quick enough, you can get him to aggro on the skeletons down here. Oh, I know that one. Oh, this man's got a hammer. Ow! You slapping bitch. Oh, great. The stairs are interrupting my movements. Like that. Once you get strong enough and you can actually take, like, more than one hit without getting buggered. Okay, so there's the ring. For some reason I thought he was in the tower upstairs. This game gets so easy because eventually you just stop giving a shit. You do the... Oh, ghoul! You do like the fast, slow combo. And it just wrecks everything. Even if like they interrupt you and you take a hit. Not really a big deal in the long run. I killed the ghoul and I couldn't even see him. Oh, God.
That didn't do it. It broke.
Damn it.
That didn't do it. Job well
I need to
done.
move my microphone to the left side so that, like, I can operate the keyboard with my left hand while drinking with my right. Sturdy what? Sturdy branch? Well, these boners look so white until they, like, aggro. Bleached bones. Recipe.
It worked.
Nailed it. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So if you want to skip this whole bit, once you get down here, you can, like, take this precarious drop all the way down to the coast and then come up the other side. There's a little bit of treasure at the bottom, I think. Might even be a treasure chest. Oh, see? The weird floaty-ass gravity in this game make it a bit daunting. Oh, God. The camera cannot keep up when you fall. Like that many times in a row. This is... It was all just to get that one, like, route. Because there's no coming up the other way. Oh, my God. And you can't get up there. Guess there really wasn't any loot in the end. I, like, remember these few gold coins, but... Thought there was a treasure chest and whatnot. No combing the beach for flotsam and jetsam. Just some shells. Oh, they're all flapping. You flapping, bitch! Those 3 flaps in a row. I mean, they ain't bad, are they? I mean, the water is still very two-dimensional. That's kind of my biggest problem with it. They did do better. Like, that's one of the things in Risen 2. In spite of the fact that they very, very underutilized water in that game. For a game about pirates, where you didn't actually sail a boat, and you couldn't swim. The water effects were very, very nice. From what I remember. Maybe they don't look so good in my modern days. Wow! One-hit worm. Get out of here. That wolf was just watching. So many arms. Not behind this waterfall either. Spleesh. Be gone. Hello. You missed, sir. Dork ass. I don't think many other animals besides these vultures. Maybe the stingrats? But not many animals in this game in general have the mentality to go after corpses after you kill something. I don't think anything in this game has the sort of complex AI that, like, the scavenger-type animals had in Gothic 1 and 2. So one of the things that really intrigued me in Gothic 2, I didn't even notice it until the Valleya mod actually made it like a mechanic for a quest. But the scavengers will actually, like, protect a corpse that they're eating. Meaning they'll attack you if you get close. But as soon as you get away from it, they'll turn back around and go back to eat it. But if you actually damage them, then they'll stay hostile. And they'll chase you away from the corpse. Hello, Vasily. How are you? Whose little dinghy there? Ooh. Big sip.
That didn't do it. Job well done.
The Soul Drinker. I don't know where the other half of that is. I don't remember how many of those legendary weapons there are in this game. It was actually one of the mechanics I kind of liked, as contrived as it was, that carried through to the sequels, was the legendary items and weapons kind of thing. It's one of those cases where I think the higher fidelity textures puts into sharper relief how, like, low polygon everything is. But also everything's very monotone in this game. Like, the greens and browns are very close in contrast. Anyway, here's the final tower. There's some more boners. Be gone with these. Uh-oh. Big cricket. I mean, like, I've got nothing against Gothic 1 graphics, but having started with Gothic 2, they did feel like a big step back. But Gothic 2... Yes, I know everyone's going to give me shit for doing the texture pack at the start of the walkthrough. I think Gothic 2 still looks really good. It's just... there are a lot of cases where, like, the seams and the textures are just too obvious. And they bother me. And that was just a problem of that generation of games in general.
That wasn't it. There.
Like, whatever technology, like, blends textures from, like, across different, polygons, I guess. Or however they do, like, terrains and stuff. Wasn't there at the time. And has really, like... stuff like this, like where it overlaps with the stonework. Like, the path gives way to grass. Stuff like that, in general, looks really good nowadays and looked terrible back in the day because there was just a very obvious line where the texture changed. Yeah, but, like, in most cases, I didn't find them as egregious. Because, like, the texture pack cannot account for all the different seams that are just built into the game. but it seems like in some cases they considered it a little bit better. But part of that goes down to the fact that the texture pack in general was much more monochrome. Like, they involved a lot more grays than the greens and browns that Gothic 2 used. Yeah, there's more chest. Another chest. I don't remember this. Was this a thing back in the day? Has this always been a thing in Risen, or is this like an update thing? You fucking fuck. Ow. Woof, daddy. I don't remember these chests, like, showing up. But maybe I just don't remember. Woo, 2 for 1. Leader of the lizards. Where are the other ones? I don't remember that quest either. Well, you'll see in a second, because I haven't looted it yet. Have I played Gothic 4? No, it doesn't exist. Kick. Oh, you mean Arcania. Yes, I have played it. I have not played it on the channel. But this chest.
That wasn't it.
Yeah, this chest, I don't remember these chests showing up, because this is the second one that showed up amongst a group of lizards.
Let's start again.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
Come on, man.
Job well done.
Honestly, the loot hardly seems worth it at this point. Okay. Well, there's behind that waterfall. Maybe that's the waterfall you're thinking of, Dan. There's a whole dungeon back there, and that's where one of the armor pieces is. Uh-oh, more lizards. Maybe we gotta get rid of all the assholes in this ruin. Maybe I just don't remember this ruin being a thing. Or maybe this is a quest for the Dongs. I don't remember. Well, you know, your eyes were adjusted for the time. You know, there's a lot of, like, if you only remember what a game looked like, you're going to remember it looking a lot better than it actually does. Let me, see if perhaps, like, Fincher stays in the camp, right? I don't know how to pronounce that. There's 2 I's. I'm just going to call you Vasi. Welcome, Vasi. Very good. I'm sorry, my brain doesn't know what to do with so many vowels. That's why I always got D's in French. Okay, nothing. He doesn't have any quest. We can get the final sword skill.
Teach me sword fighting.
There's nothing I can teach you. Remember what you've learned, and don't get sloppy.
There must be some tricks I can learn.
Then you'll have to learn them in combat. Put everything you've learned together. Try and link your attacks. That way your opponent won't even get a chance to attack you.
I like how I pay him $1,000 and 10 learning points for him to say, there's nothing I can teach you. Gothic 2 remake? You mean the Gothic 1 remake? If they're already making the second one. Overabundance of consonances? I've seen that in a couple made-up languages, but yeah, there are some languages that are just like, here's a, like, KLR, and I expect you to know how to pronounce that. Oh yeah, we're playing this at 1080p, and I definitely didn't have a 1080p monitor when I played this the first time. So anyway, we have the ability now, it says to chain infinite attacks. Which doesn't actually seem like a thing. Like, is it me, or does that not actually work? I don't see any faster Any faster transition from the fourth attack back to the start of the combo. Well, Vana, I'm still playing on the 2009 version. And so did I, Val, because mine was a laptop. I still have that laptop in my closet. It's like bezel is held together with masking tape, and it doesn't boot. Oh yeah, we gotta get back to what's-his-nuts. So can I point out, this teleporter stone says teleport to the east coast. Oh, this is the coast. This is the one the one I wanted. Eastern... No, not Eastern Temple? Is that right? No. This takes me to the temple. I want to be up the ways. Southeast coast? Yeah!
Make sure you stay alive.
Doing my best. Thank you, Vasi. Yeah, this is the one that doesn't make sense, because we're not, like, on the coast. I mean, I guess we're overlooking the coast. But if we don't have actual coastline, I don't consider it coast. I consider this cliff. Oh yeah, and we gotta give the tool bags to the Smythe. I need some more potions. It is a thing, though, because it is being made, and it exists. And the bloodflies have dicks for tails. And yes, I will be playing it when it comes out. It's like... nobody would let me not play it. I anticipate it being terrible, for the record. But we must give it a fair chance.
I found a second one of those rings. It looks as though only undead lords have them. Well, undead lords and you.
Oh, God. What do you think that means?
You're an undead
I
lord!
suspect that your talking ghost, Patrascon, gave the other lords vassal rings so he could control them. But something went wrong.
One ring to
and they
rule
ended
them
up
all.
Undead.
What does that have to do with me?
When you found the vassal ring, Patrascon tried to take control of you. That's why you're hearing his voice.
Yes. Yes. He talks to me.
Vasi,
Says
check my
things.
YouTube
He says
channel.
things to me.
There was
Maybe
a
next
playable
time you won't
teaser
go
like
picking up
3 years
someone
ago,
else's
and I played it.
And you think that warrants a death sentence? He wants me to kill myself. End it all.
Wow, that's morbid.
Undead, vassal rings. What's in it for me if I solve your problem?
Well, I already solved your
Everything
problem.
I have.
And how much is that?
It'll be worth it for you. I promise.
It
Look at
better
this
be, seeing as
squalor
I'm
you're living
getting
in.
myself cursed.
What can you offer me
This has
that's
been
worth my
getting
while?
worse.
You listen to them, you're going to end up undead.
I couldn't face that. I hate not sleeping. What would
I
not
gave
sleeping
Teddy his
ever
blanket
again be
back, and he
like?
didn't even use
And
it.
without any sleep, I don't have the strength to fight it.
You can relax. Here are all 6 vassal rings.
Free! Free! I'm finally free! You must be some kind of saint. Thank you, my friend. I owe you my life, my dreams.
How about you owe me those rings?
I'm not risking those falling into the wrong hands. I've got something better for you. Gold. And a few scrolls I found. I'm sure you'll find a use for them.
And I'd better not ask you where you got them, right? Go on, give 'em here.
All yours.
I forgot about the
My
Ash
thanks
Beast
is
one.
undying. And because of you, it's the only thing that is.
Just don't go picking up any more strange trinkets.
You got it.
You'd better not steal anything. I might not be around to save you next time. And get in touch with your mother. She's worried about you.
Don't worry. I'm staying right away from strange jewelry.
Really? Because the game looked terrible. Like I said, watch the playable teaser. I'll even link it for you. Let me save first before the game crashes. It is... I mean, you can play it. If you own any of the Gothic games on Steam, you can play the playable teaser. But just so you can see what I thought of it, it is a horrendous video game. Or it is in its current... in its playable state. Oh god. How do I do? Where's the search bar? It just didn't show up. That's a critique. You can watch that one first. That's image. I didn't want that. Copy link. There you go. Bookmark it for later. But yeah, go play it yourself if you can. And form your own thoughts. But my thoughts are that I fucking hated it. Anyway, I guess we'll do armor quest now. No, let's go give some tools. You know, one thing that like gets me is like the Don's men are clearly not going to keep people in the city anymore, but nobody really fans out after this.
Here, 15 tool bags.
You took all that scrap from the gnomes?
With all the fighting, I was starting to think you didn't want the metal. You just didn't like gnomes.
Can't say I do. Here's a reward for your trouble with those little sods. And I'll toss in a few of my best blacks. You were a big help. Without you, I'd be in a real bind. Thanks.
This is another case where, like, the voice actor kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because he sounds like a younger, softer-spoken man trying to sound like a more grizzled, older man. So, like, the slight, unnaturalness of his enunciation just, like, grates on me after a while.
So, the Don is back. That better not interfere with honest business. Buy your potions and wipe that stupid grin off your face.
Garth stole some of the Don's goods.
What, Garth? I warned him about tangling with the Don. I assume you've taken care of things. Here, take a healing potion. A thanks for smoothing this over.
I need...
Why don't you give me a heap of them and a heap of those? Maybe I'll start using those instead of the shitty ones. Someone posted a comment on my one of the streams recently on the VODs on YouTube, kind of agreeing with my sentiment that I prefer the games where the merchants don't have infinite money. Because it seems like the only way to balance the fact that you have an unlimited inventory. Otherwise, it's so easy to just collect a bunch of shit, dump it on the first merchant you find. But I guess if there are a ton of merchants, that's not... doesn't really end up that balanced, because it just makes it tedious to run around looking for more merchants that have more money. But conceptually, I still like it better. Because, like, Morrowind had it where, like, merchants didn't have unlimited money. But they also didn't buy things that weren't, like, their kind of product. Like, their store... stuff their store didn't sell. But Morrowind also had the caveat that you just waited 24 hours and their inventory would reset back to... you know, their money would reset back to normal. Gothic 3 was by no means impossible to make money, though, because most merchants had in the thousands, and early on, you didn't collect that much stuff to earn that kind of money. And by like the midpoint, you could warp to any city, and the merchants would have like 2,000 or 3,000 gold, and you just dump as much as you could on them, and just run through all the merchants one after the other. And you'd end up with like 100,000 gold in no time. Right, I think we finally failed the quest to, like, deliver the skins. So I guess that's over with. What do we have left? Just a druid, teleport stones. How many stones we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 4 missing, and I have no idea where they are. Oh, yes, I know. Loading times aside, it was not difficult. Maybe my opinion is colored by the content mod then, but... You hate the combat system? I mean, it's... To me, I've gotten used to it. It's still frustrating. Just, unreliability of it. What is this grainy filter? Like, this has been... Oh, there you are, Teddy. Here's your blanket. This, like, grainy filter that I've noticed a lot in games of this period. But the fact that it has, like, a level of detail, like, distance rendering, where you can actually see the filter, like, swipe across the screen like that. That bothers me so much. I don't know why we need this grainy, like, this, like, film grain almost. But it is clearly a filter because it doesn't, like it follows the camera, not the environment. And it looks, to me, that's the worst looking thing about this game. But I'm being pedantic. You know, I want to look real quick if this Lizard Leader quest is something that is offered. As in Leader Lizard. Harbor City side quest. If you're with the Order. Yeah, so, okay. We don't get that one. Okay, so we technically get the quest without actually, like, initiating it. Meaning we get the completion reward, but not the... Or we get the XP in the quest update for completing it. But not... We don't have anybody to, like, collect a reward from. Let's just start with the ruins, I guess. Wait, Eldrick wanted us to talk to him. So I guess we'll do that. Not you. I tried to respawn Rufo. I know we've done it before, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. Well, sir, I have fucked up.
There you are again. What have you learned?
I found what is protecting the island, but the Inquisitor is going to take it.
Why would he do that? He would destroy all he has worked for.
The Inquisitor is willing to sacrifice everyone on this island.
Now, that doesn't sound too good for any of us. Why would he do it?
There is a temple inside the mountain with a Titan trapped inside it. Now the Inquisitor has locked himself in there. He wants to free the Titan.
A Titan? I wonder how that was captured.
What's important is it's going to get free.
Tell me what else you have learned.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. And since you could get the artifact from Trellis so early, 50k seemed enormous. And it was at the time. But, like, eventually, there was just a point where it was never a problem to make money. And that point was nowhere near the end of the game.
Well, I know that the Titan is a fire Titan. If it gets out, the whole island will burn.
Then how are you going to prevent it?
I can't do anything until I find the Titan Lord's armor. Only with his armor can I defeat the Titan, and imprison it again.
Where is this armor?
Here on the island. It is hidden in the 5 tombs of the lizard priests.
Maybe I have some scrolls here which will help you in your search. Come back to me when you have found the armor. I will see if I can assist you with it.
Can you assist me with finding it? Okay, so that's it. He doesn't seem that bent out of shape over the fact that, you know, our demise is imminent. But hey, Teddy, that is my foot.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. What up, Sorwog? I don't remember that option. I remember some version of the content mod. I think it was an option in the install. Made it so that if your reputation was too high with one faction, the opposing faction would never let you into their capital city, regardless of what your reputation was with them. So by virtue of the fact that you could get the nomad approval so high so quickly, like without really doing anything, the Ashishin never let me into Ishtar. Even though I got the 75% reputation by basically wiping out all of the nomads. So when I did the walkthrough, I made sure not to install that option. But I was never really going to run into it anyway. Oh, have at thee, beast. Ow! Cheating fool. Taking advantage of the low ground. The high ground ain't all it's cracked up to be, is it? Obi-Wan, you lied to me. Like, once you kind of get the rhythm of the combat, one-on-one fights are, like, really trivialized. It's the group fights that start getting weird, but I kind of like the janky challenge of it. Because generally speaking, if you lose, you just, you know, reload. But winning feels really weirdly gratifying. To have overcome the really shitty mechanics in a weird way. Liberate 3 cities to turn a faction hostile is a proper choice. I mean, just not proper, but it does make sense that they won't want to deal with you after you just conquered 3 of their cities. Because that was what broke it the first time I played. Because I basically would do all the quests in a city and then conquer it. And then move on to the next city, which is absolutely the wrong way to play the game. And by the time I got to Varant, and got to whatever that town is, where you need the 5 keys from all the merchants. Morasul. They were already hostile, so I had no choice but to conquer the city as soon as I got there. And they... Ow. Basically, all the merchants who had the keys ran away. Because they had absolutely no contingency for the fact that the NPCs who had key items for the quest could disappear. You cheating bitch! Yeah, that was a bit weird. Honestly, like, I liked the concept, but all that meant was that you just had to remember to unequip your armor every time you entered the city. But yeah, showing up with a bandit armor by accident. Like, that's why I basically never wore the bandit armor outside of the bandit camp in Gothic 2. But it also was a weird one, because that was the only place where you had to wear it. And other than the fact that, you know, if you do Jarkandar in Chapter 2, obviously you're going to... Like, Raven's armor is going to be the best armor you can get. No. You bonking fool. I never had Zubin run away with a staff. That sounds hilarious. He's taking his ball and he's going home. Yeah, that was one of the biggest problems with Gothic 3 on launch. Like, that was something that Piranha Bytes never patched. I think Piranha Bytes released at least one official patch, right? And then it went to trying to, like, try and finish the rest before they made that Forsaken game. God damn it all! Stop switching targets for no goddamn reason, please. Yeah, that's classic. My favorite thing is, like, yeah, literally the NPCs would run until they're out of render distance and then just disappear from the game entirely. So if you followed them far enough, they would reach a point where they just had nowhere else to run, and they would start just running back and forth. Yeah, Trine Games, I remember. Because all they've done since then were, like, really bad, like, mobile, like, clicker games or something. The funny thing is, the games were, like, the community mod, community patch team made, the Enhanced Edition, like, where they were actually paid by Joe Wood to fix Forsaken Gods. They made the Enhanced Edition, which runs way better than any of the free work they did on Gothic 3, like, vanilla. But after that, I think they were just making a bunch of, like, tower defense games or something. So I remember checking their website at one point. I'm like, none of these look very good. They did such an amazing job to fix what a shitty disaster of a technical, like, on a technical level that Forsaken Gods was. Like, Forsaken Gods on launch, I couldn't even play because the game crashed like every 20 minutes. Like, I remember in the time it took me to get from Sildon to Trellis. Or no, Sildon to Montera. I think the game crashed like a dozen times. Well, at least they did something. Not like this community story project that puts out a short story and like one new hat every Christmas on their advent calendar. Okay, so I remember this dungeon. For some reason I have a feeling this dungeon is the biggest. That might not be true. I guess we're getting into it now. Well, it's time to find out if my comparatively high opinion of these dungeons holds up after all these years. Yeah, one thing for Easter, which is usually just like a panoramic like video over some like landscape where they added a couple like houses or something. Well, there already is a calendar project made by the Piranha Bytes fan art portal or whatever. Yeah, Patty's dead. I can show you. See if I can do the Minsky fast enough. Yes, I can. Go to Patty. Go to Patty. Oh, she dead. Damn it, now I have to get out of here again. Is there a, in the cheat menu, is there a button to, like, warp forward 5 feet? Like you can in Gothic 2? Gothic 1 and 2? Just so I don't have to warp out of here? Do you know, Vanna? I need to know. You know what? I'll just reload. Control F8. I don't believe you. Actually, I should have checked to see if anything happened. Whoa. Whoa.
Performance.
Well, it was more efficient than what I was gonna do anyway. Ow. Slapping fool. I hit the rat. Why is there even a rat in here? Yeah, I should have, like, kept Romanov alive just to see what... Pardon? Just to see what would, like, become of him in this chapter, because I've actually never kept him alive to this point. I know he probably wouldn't do anything. He'd probably just sit on the beach and just say, don't talk to me. But I would like to know. Whoa! I hear an ass beast. I don't think I've ever used the transform into ash beast spell in this game. Oh yeah, we in Lava Town. That's some hot stuff. Alright, time to see if these dungeons hold up. Or if I come to hate them as much as everyone else does. I hate a snail! God, they're so hey. The ghoul noises did, like, cause me some anxiety back in the day. What? Whoa! Hang on. I didn't notice the corpse there. Belly ho. Ow. Okay, nothing special. Something's definitely still after me. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to want to quit. I get the feeling it's a ghoul that, like, clipped into the wall or something. Oh, I hear you. Oh, it's upstairs, that's why. I thought it was further down the tunnel, but it's gonna, like, start slapping me as soon as I get up here. Look at that fool. Oh god, there's a few of them. Ow. Ow. Bitch. I hate you. I hate you. Well, it's just... I mean, Protobites has always just kind of, like, put corpses in places. Like skeletons. Because they didn't really use corpses too much in Gothic 1 or 2. Or 3. But yeah, they always put, like, skeletons around to be like, hey, some man died here and he had some loot. But it never made sense when you see stuff like a guy who was clearly killed by bandits or something. And he still had some pretty sweet loot on him. Like, obviously, they would have taken that shit. Oh yeah, let's not forget Fredward. There's so many ghouls. Arkelos? Yeah, well, Arkelos made your character bend over to loot every damn corpse. There's a cat upon my feet. He is very warm. Yeah, and that's one of the things that always bugged me. Like, I mean, the skeletons are still kind of, like, hilarious in Gothic 2, how many there are. And, like, nobody seems to mention, like, characters have gone missing, yet here are so many dead people out in the wild. Yeah, like, all the corpses you see everywhere. To just, like, try and emphasize that this is, like, dangerous times in an otherwise civilized world. But it never really comes off that way, because nobody ever really, like, mentions, hey, I knew this guy, or, like, my brother went missing. And, like, none of these corpses out in the wild seem to matter to anybody. You would expect, like, somebody to be like, hey, I know somebody who's missing. Could be any one of these corpses you stumbled across, but nope, those are all just nobodies that nobody cared about. Big on force field. Wrong force field, I guess. We need the blue one. Oh, I see. It's the difference between barrier and force field, I guess. Oh, the missing people quest was also only added in Night of the Raven, and none of the missing people were, like, all of the missing people were introduced in Night of the Raven, other than Joe, who wasn't actually one of the missing people. I mean, it could be. You think somebody would, like, at some point mention, like, yeah, my brother-in-law has been gone for, like, 6 years. We assume he's dead, but we never knew what happened to him. Yoy! Made it. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Where'd he go? That little cheating bitch. Ow! Ow! I'm in trouble. You just hit through that fool. I don't know how I survived. Yeah, that's true. We never do find Trokar, do we? Somehow that never dawned on me. I always forget about him because there's so many other characters. To me, the lingering mystery is who tried to rescue William. Who tried to rescue William? Because he had a note on him from somebody who was like, "Hey, just follow my instructions and you'll get out of here." We could assume it's Lance, but how did the Lance get to him? That's what I don't get. Never. The math don't add up. It's like Lance never got into the camp. So how would he have gotten a message to one particular slave? Well, what's the point of this, then? That didn't help. We'll save that one for later. Ah, yes. I remember this one. We need a few levitates. I always think you can make jumps in this game, but then I remember that, like, at some point, you just lose your forward momentum. Oh, God. Sweet!
This crystal is radiating.
Oh, that's right. That prevents you from levitating. You have to jump. Tally-ho! I knew it. Gravity, you win again. Yeah, well, nobody seemed to notice that, in fact, this is a good screenshot for it. When I was trying to sidestep into Oscar's hut there, and somehow ended up on the roof. There's the weird collision with, like, the quarter-inch high floor that he had. Just propelled me onto the roof.
That didn't do it. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It broke.
Damn it.
It worked.
Oh. There's one growling fool. Alright, the undead ass beast. Ow. Just one little punch. Yeah, be gone with you. Oh boy. Zomboys.
That didn't do it. Oh no. It broke. That didn't do
Damn it.
Did it?
Here's one luxury, I think I mentioned this already, but one luxury of this walkthrough over the Gothic 1 or 2 ones is that I'm not going to feel compelled to say the lockpick directions out loud. Why? That was not a jump, sir. I definitely pressed spacebar and you just went... Bleh. Much better. Oh, God! Ow! I'm gonna die. Especially now, because I can just keep warping past the fool I'm trying to kill. I'm the greatest. I didn't have to. It was just... I felt compelled to, so that if people were like watching and be like, what's the combination for this lock? Then they heard me say it. There's no good reason for it. But that was like the reason in my head, and I just could not resist. Kablooey. Honestly, it probably annoyed more people than it helped, but fuck it. Oh no, I have different ticks. What is that? Nice. Well done, Val. That looks like a pickaxeable wall.
That wasn't it. Damn.
Damn!
It broke.
Damn it.
Oh no.
What? You cheated.
Job well done.
I'll give that a little crank. Hang on. That sounded like the opposite of what I wanted. Is it not? I'm scared. So why didn't this one ever go, like, stop? Didn't open that wall. So what's it done for me? Pound. Oh no, my torch. What? What? Ah! Forgot about that. Oh, what? Huh. Okay. I will say, as janky as the parry is, it's pretty generous sometimes, because as long as you initiate it, like initiate the input before the enemy's attack is complete, you tend to get it. Even if the animation doesn't quite jive. Get up there, you fool. Oh. Okay. Guess I could have gone down the whole time. Which one of you pop? I knew one of you was gonna pop. One of you always pops. Oh no. I hate those stupid things. Why'd you have to go that way? Took the longest way you could. Alright then, you cheating bitches. With your parry faces. Do you mind? I like that shit. Give me your meats. Oh, we got a column.
A map.
A map? I forgot you got maps for these dungeons. Behold. Again, these maps tend to be a little bit unreliable because they like to not include places you can actually go. But it's also not the most helpful thing because it's pretty obvious where the doors are. The question is just how you open them. Some of them you pickaxe, some of them you gotta find a lever. Or a baton. So many ass beasts. Hello. Really? Dude, these things suck and blow. Bullshit. Oh. Oh. Now the wild boars at least couldn't parry with their fucking faces. Like, oh, that's cute. You got a sword? Well, here's my face. It is harder than your sword. And I am all face. Yeah, would you look at that? Nice shot, bucko. What are those shots? There's not nearly where the cursor is.
That didn't do it. Oh no. There.
There's another one of the many Piranha Bytes games where I feel like you never, ever run the risk of running out of lockpicks. I'm not exactly being... Oh. I say that and I've got 3 left. So we gotta get that sucker down. All these green crystals stop you from using any kind of magic in here. So levitation will not work. So... I guess, like, the thing with these dungeons is basically that there's not really any real nuance or cleverness.
Are you mad?
Are you mad, Surf Garage? Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for 5 months. Holy smokes. There's not like a huge, super huge amount of like intelligence or nuance to the like puzzles as far as getting around and like opening doors and shit. But it is fun to do, like to figure out. It would be better if there was like actual, I don't know, because I like contrast this to something like remember Bard's Tale 4, where it's just like, oh, here's a little chess mini game, or here's a little fucking gears and switches mini game, and here's 100 of those every goddamn dungeon. Like, would you rather have that, or just, like, observational kind of, like, puzzles? I don't know. I'd rather have just good puzzles. Well, that was because, I guarantee you, Gothic 3 only worked that way because they ran out of time to come up with a lockpicking minigame. So they just made them disposable. And it just, if you could pick it, then it was used. And then what was it? The community patch or the content mod? One or the other was like, well, let's balance those by making it like a 30% chance that you just don't open it and waste the lockpick. Right, well, something's got to open this mofo. What if I press this a second time? Aha! I'm smarter than I look. Sir? Cooperate. Well, guess who's never playing Gothic 3 again? This guy. I ain't got time for a game that is just now getting features that make one tiny facet of it slightly more enjoyable. Yeah. Suppose, okay. I don't know if you can, shoot the winch? Oh, yeah, you can. That's a good point. Where do these mods get hosted these days without World of Gothic existing in English? There's no opening that door, apparently. I'ma kill you. I'ma kill you so much you'll be dead. Ow. Do you mind? Haha! Links don't work, fool. Post it on Discord. Well, if you post on Discord, I can link it here. Because I'm allowed to link. Because I am privileged. Actually, Nameless Heroine, are you on the Discord? Under one of your alternative names? I got one winch. I think we gotta do the other winch across the bridge. Ah, well, there you go. I don't even have to relay the link. Hello? What? Must press twice? I'm thinking you're not much of a Discord fan then. Or unless you just have multiple Discord accounts. Be gone. I saw a ring and I pulled. Gaboingus. Neither am I. That is why I have my own Discord, and that's about all I ever use it for. Well, thank you, Vanna. Getting a lot of rubies and shit. Seeing as I have the ability to make jewelry, maybe I should try, because I don't really remember what you can make. If any of it's any good. Now we must track back. What? I thought I opened the door. What have I missed? I'm confused. Why did I go backwards when the door was right there? What? How do I open this door? I swear there were the two winches and I did them both. Maybe there are three and I have to open this one somehow? Oh. What do we got? Well, there's definitely something through there. Cannot smash the door. So what am I missing? Boingus. I must have missed the wind. Shut! Excuse me. Thank you, Vanna. I needed that tranquility. Oh, excuse me. Smash. So, gotta be something with this door. Yes? Yes. Or maybe not. That seems to wrap back around to where I'm trying to go. So, what am I not seeing? I say again and again, I'm not a fan of this mini-map style. It occludes too much of the screen. I don't like the fact that the cursor stays on, but we can still rotate the camera. Oh. No. No, no, no. What am I not getting here? There's something I'm not getting here. Boy, no, that's not how you jump, you idiot! God. Honestly, I was so exhausted when I got home. I thought I would stream for like an hour and then just go to bed. I'm actually, I seem to have gotten a second wind. Feeling pretty good. Do I have to unwinch this winch, perhaps? No, that don't make sense. Oh. Maybe oh, I'm a dummy. It's the same switch. That's why I had both doors closed, because that one was open by default. Or no, it's just the third press opened this door. And I thought I'd just end up closing them. Well, that looks dangerous. No, 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 no. Ow. Just trying to see if you could get close enough to trip it without actually getting hit by it. Well, suppose we do the old snail and roll. Whee! No. Okay, snail don't work that time. Snail too thick. So what? Was it just a fluke that I could use the snail to get through the spikes at one time? I don't think levitate keeps you high enough, because you have to levitate across the whole thing, which means you have to lift first, which depletes the levitate pretty quickly. I don't know. Let's try it. I mean, I guess it works. Whatever. I don't feel like that's correct. But I guess it has to be. I thought maybe there's a snail tunnel. I guess if we ruled everything else out, then that's the answer.
Gotta start again.
1, 2, 3.
That wasn't it. That didn't do it. Oh,
Damn it!
job well done.
We'll take the crossbow while we're here. Man, that dude got spiked to pieces. Look how his bones are so, like, all over the place. I finally get to put an end to this fucking noise. The Titan crossbow and the armor piece. Brassards and greaves. I don't think I've ever heard the term brassards outside of this game.
I could break this down.
Could you? Could you really? I don't understand why this, like, shortcut really exists. I wouldn't say it's any shorter of a shortcut back to out of here than most. Right there, than the other, going back the other way would have been. Oh, well. I guess we'll do the one behind the Dong's camp next. Bang it a bang bang.
I really thought Esteban would take me with him to Harbour Town.
Maybe you're just not important enough.
I'm sure he has his reasons, okay? He's biding his time. He'll send for me later, I'm sure of it.
You never really seemed like a delusional fellow to me, but... Alright, I will be right back, and we shall delve into this dungeon. Alrighty. See what's behind the dong. You still get cranky if I go in here. Sure do.
Get out! Get out!
I'm out. I have gotten out. Alright, so let's go. If I remember correctly, this one is the weird one with like nothing but skeletons and like the one ghoul. There's the one ghoul. Okay, a couple ghouls. Woo! He fly. I think this is the one where we kind of have like a showdown with like an undead lord who has the Titan hammer. You slippery little bastard. I'll put these here. It is amusing to me that they give you like the possibility to make the scrolls to drop the barriers, even though Master Illumar gives you like exactly as many as you need, and you can't really use them for anything else. So it just be that way. You can't bonk. There's one lizard. Come on, just go. Okay, 2 lizards. Trying to go ham. Might have been foolish. Ow, the pain. I went too deep. Retreat some more. I think the one like balancing act to the kind of unfair encounters you have in this game is the fact that you can drink potions on the run. So all you have to do, as long as you survive like any of the scraps where you actually have damage dealt to you, you just have to fall back and drink a potion. And it's pretty much a done deal. That's why when I'm playing like the modern East games and stuff like that, I'm like pining for the old days where you just didn't have accessible healing in the middle of encounters. Ergo, the games were like balanced properly. Hello, sir. That you had to like be good at the game to get through the encounters, and couldn't just rely on either like cutting and running and healing up, or pausing the game and healing up like Elder Scrolls games do.
I could break this down.
That's just me. I've been trying to think. It's like the last time I played a game that didn't involve like real-time combat, that was based around like, you know, proper defense and stuff and like tight mechanics, was probably Dragon Age Origins. And I'm not really sure what my opinion. Hello, Jesus, got a little excited there, didn't you? I'm not really sure what my opinions are these days of RPGs where combat mechanics aren't really a thing. And it's, you know, about building your character. Because like one thing that always felt weird to me were these games where like taking damage was just part of the game, as opposed to you know, games where you want to avoid taking damage. So like obviously in a game that doesn't have real-time combat, like Dragon Age, there's no avoiding the damage. Like, it's just about out DPSing the opponents. But then you have a game like Skyrim where it's pretty much the same thing, except it is real-time combat. It's just that doing anything besides spamming attacks is functionally useless. So that's just shitty design.
I could break this down.
I'm not really sure where that thought was going, but it was just a thought that runs through my head now and then. Hello, boner. Oh, there's a reason that everybody who plays Skyrim says they instinctively fall back on a stealth build. It's because that's the only build in the game that isn't based around just standing there spamming the attack button and just trying to do more damage than you're taking. Because you're actually like sneaking around enemies and getting one-hit kills. So that's why I'm kind of tired of that. And like Morrowind, I'm wondering if I will have the same opinion that I grew up with, because it's been so many years since I played it. I'm kind of holding off for like a very special occasion to see if it holds up to what I thought of it after all these years. Because it's not just that. It's not just like that I've grown older and wiser, but like my tastes have changed substantially since then. So I'm just wondering if I'll think of it what I used to. We obviously need to get up there somehow. I guess we levitate. I thought you could just hop on that cylinder there, but it's too round. We'll see, Val. Honestly, I question if I will like it any... I can't imagine... Hello, oh, you bastard. I can't imagine I would like it any less than something like Final Fantasy XIV, where I just don't really get it. Because I'm just kind of hammering buttons one after the other in a routine, and don't really understand what I'm doing right or wrong. Morrowind, I would say, doesn't benefit from the fact that it is real-time controls, because there's not really any control you have over the situation.
I could break this down.
You're just spamming the attack button as quickly as possible, because otherwise you have essentially fewer dice rolls being played, because it's all RNG based. RNG obviously affected by skills, by character stats, but still feels fairly arbitrary that you have any control at all, instead of just being like an I don't know, like an MMO or a Dragon Age style game, where it could just be based on cooldowns and that kind of thing. I don't know. Because I feel like I'm just not going to really enjoy those kind of games anymore, which is why I question if I, like, can ever give something like Dragon Age 2 or Inquisition, like, a fair shake compared to what people want me to think of them. Because, like, so many people want me to play those games. I'm just not sure that I'm in the same headspace for those games as I was back when I first played Dragon Age and actually enjoyed it. My head's wandering to some strange places tonight. Getting way ahead of myself, because Dragon Age isn't something Dragon Age 2 is not something I'm going to get to for a while. I like how it gives you the Titan Axe in this level. Then you get the Titan Hammer. But you can't use the hammer until the final encounter. Because you can't wield it without the armor set complete. Kablooey. Ow. Okay, we got the busty bus. The inventory menu that opens up when you can place a bust on the altars is so like weirdly inconsistent. It like scrambles itself every time it opens. Okay, so this lad's got the Hammer of Destiny, and these ass beasts are way more dangerous. Ah! Ah! Wow, that was that warping bullshit you're doing, sir. Unacceptable. Shadow Lord. Good night, Vanna. I don't blame you. Tis late for a stream, I know. Tis the best I could manage. Stop parrying, you bitch-ass bitch! Dude, this man is untouchable. Really? Dude! I've never seen anyone parry like this man. He can get his guard... He gets his guard back up quicker than I can combo attack. The power attacks do nothing, because he's just able to defend himself immediately. I think this calls for a special circumstance.
No mana.
No mana! No matter. Let's get rid of the ass beast first, and then I shall summon the Fredward. Yeah. Where are you going? Oh my god. Cheating bitch. I bet the Beast of Ash. Ow. This man has so much health. Oh, I completely forgot. This man has a mechanic. Man has a mechanic. That didn't work. Oh, it worked. Alright, never mind. I forgot this was a puzzle boss. That explains why he was absolutely invincible. Job's done. And there she blows. Hammer the Titan Lord.
I need Ursagor's armor.
And it is just non-functional. So yes, this is the shortest of the dungeons that we're gonna deal with here. It's always weird when a puzzle boss is thrown into a game like this that never has anything like that. So I can imagine there are a lot of people who just like struggle to realize that's a thing. I'm just wondering why this boss is invincible, thinking they need to find a particular weapon or something. It's always weirder when like you can like basically deal chip damage to the boss. So you just think, oh my god, this guy is just a motherfucker. And then you find out afterwards, like, oh no, there was like an easy way to deal with him.
I've been inside the temple, the one to the east.
What was there? Is there anything to be had there?
Not anymore.
You really cleaned up down there. Good. Stops the stuff getting into the hands of the Inquisition.
I feel like that conversation is a bit mixed up because he talks about the temple to the east, not the temple underneath your feet. Like, the temple to the east was the quest he sent us on way back in the day. This meat cannot be very good after it's been hanging out all these months. Also, that lizard is very overcooked at this point. I always wondered that about, like, reptile meat. Is it the kind of meat that's best, like, quick cooked or slow cooked? I don't imagine reptiles are very fatty beasts, so I feel like a quick cook is best. I've never eaten anything reptilian in my life. Ow! How many... For some reason I'm trying to think, how many critters... Like, how many monsters in the first Risen ever made it into the sequels, besides gnomes, which are completely changed into NPCs instead of monsters? That guy's having a blast. Because, like, Risen 2 had completely new monsters. I think it actually did... Yeah, ghouls are different, I guess. Good point. I think Ash Beasts were actually planned as an enemy in Risen 2, and then were cut. So I remember concept art from them. Or something like that. Something that implied that they were going to be in Risen 2, and they just weren't. Ow, ow, ow! You do not do that. Yeah, I guess. Did it have gorillas? I remember it had, like, monkeys and then the blue monkeys. I don't think it had, like, proper, like, gorillas. I remember it had jaguars. And capital warthogs. No, I don't remember that, actually. I will take your word for it, though. For once, I won't assume you're lying. Lizard. Did we killed Brogar already, right? Because I, like, did the warp to him. Just to see, like, what the what. Because he would be over there otherwise.
Here's some more ore.
Nothing like some more ore. Obviously, the intended way across is to levitate, but we could alternatively get across by starting from the other side of the island where Eldrick is, going up the mountain to fight our way through all those ogres that we encountered when we first escaped with Drock. But instead, we float. Oh. Ow. Click. Clack. Click.
This could be useful.
Honestly, it won't be that useful because we already have the best obsidian sword we can make. So there's no point to making more. I will say, while we never really seem to run out of money in this game, we never really accumulate the obscene wealth that I'm used to from a Piranha Bytes game. That was a very synchronized ragdoll there. This is always one of the more curious of the volcano areas in this game because this is one that nothing's really stopping you from getting in here early. It's just the enemies are very tough for an early game character. That was not a very good dodge, sir.
That wasn't it. That didn't do it. Better start
Damn
again.
it.
Yes.
Sometimes muscle memory takes over. Even though I know I've depleted all of one direction, I still, like, my muscle memory, my instinct is to alternate directions. Oh. Your snarls do not scare me, sir. Begone. It is funny how, like, if an enemy ragdoll falls, like, out of bounds, the game automatically, like, loots them and adds it to your inventory as, like, a courtesy. But if they fall into the lava, you get no such courtesy. That's the ways we want to go, but just for the heck, we will just finish off this dungeon and emerge on the other side. Lizards. Okay. Well, there's a teleport stone. I guess they're just to the ruins then. I don't think they're.
Let's start again.
I don't recall it being particularly difficult to get all of the teleporter stones. They're not really in strange places, but they're in. Some of them are in places that you might not end up going to when you get other ones. Be gone. Oh, so the portal's here.
Great.
Great. Now, it's a shame that Vanna left. I wanted to ask, like, is it a dice roll that determines if you get like a bonus crystal from mining, or are they just predetermined? I've never really paid that much attention.
This could be useful.
For some reason, all the enemies have like a lunge attack. Why am I doing that? All the enemies that have a lunge attack tend to do it when they're not even facing you, like that. Test what in Gothic 2? The mining? On Gothic 2, the mining was only with gold, and I think I did determine that it is somewhat RNG based, because I mined the entire Bandit gold mine, counted how many ore nuggets I had by the end, reloaded and did it again, and I had a different number. So that was somewhat random. But I feel like Gothic 1 and 2 had more obscure, like unreliable mechanics than that. Like in that regard than Risen does. Risen feels very predictable by design. So I'm not sure about that, like those circumstances. Like between that and not knowing when the game determines that you break a lockpick instead of just failing to unlock something. Those I don't know if those are random or like predetermined. I have no idea. Look at those God rays. That is so 2009. Be gone! Here are all of them ogres. As you can see from the world map, 'tis the waterfall. So had we started from Eldric's hut and just gone up the mountain, we would end up here. But we would have to fight our way through ogres who like to bong. So I don't really recommend that route. They like to circle you with their big bones and have their way with you. We'll get back to that in a moment. I want to go I don't remember this dungeon terribly well. I don't remember what's over this way. Oops. I don't think there's any way across besides levitating. If you run out of levitate scrolls, I think you're a little bit screwed over here. Unless this chest has one, perhaps. And it does. Alright, so it's just a little bit of free loot. Were you fortuitous? Oh, there's a winch. Oh. Alright, never mind. You get a bridge. But it gives you a levitate scroll anyway. I guess that one gets us down there. For what this is worth. Oh, it's another blue. Oh, are there 2 dungeons in here, maybe? Maybe that's why I'm not remembering it that well. Oops. Or is this the same dungeon, just with 2 portals? You bitch! That doesn't make sense, not at all. Ow. No, I parried. I will not hear otherwise. Alright, good night, Sorwog. God damn it, I keep pressing the wrong button. I am about to wrap it up myself. My second wind is deflating. I'm getting very tired. Whoa, settle down. Can I get these idiots to, like, step on the spikes? Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Idiots! I don't get the XP, but who cares? I have the bigger brain.
That wasn't it. That didn't do it. Gotta start again.
Damn it! Started too early.
Yes.
So percussive. Huh. We'll put that right back. Do a little bit of the grab a hand. Although it doesn't make sense how the gate stays open after this leaves the pedestal. Just because we're doing the old telekinesis. Well? Oh, I need another one? Be gone. I just realized that the door highlights. I don't normally see that. Scorpion. More ass beasts. Aha! Snail hole. Sword, please. Jesus. Do you mind? Bro. Oh my god, he just fucking 3 parries in a row. Settle down. What was his name? He had a name. Do you have a name? Ah, no. Ah! Ugh. I want to check if he had a name. I feel like he had a name. A weird name. That is a very stupid name. And you're stupid for thinking of it. Wee. Yeah, he has a fucking name, Mortaris. What kind of name is that for a fucking lizard? It's a dumb name for a lizard, is what it is. What? Why is he the only lizard who has a name? That must be a reference to something, but I don't know it. Piranha with their obscure German references. No. Do the long grab. Now, given that they named a character, like a major character, Don Esteban, after someone in the forums, wouldn't surprise me if Mortaris was another reference. Oh god, 2 priests! No! These guys with the parry bonk. That drives me insane. The way they can combo 2 parries into a final combo attack that does just 1-hit kill. Interesting. How very strange. Here. Fred! You need to even the odds a little. What are you looking at? No, Fred, come on. You can't do me like this. Fred. Fred just hadn't been the same since they burnt him out doing Travelocity ads in Elix. Hello, sir. Thank you for being so forthcoming. No, I parried. I will not hear otherwise. There's a teleport, for what it's worth. We got like 2 teleporter stones for the same fucking place. Coming at you. Well done, sir. You really showed the heir who's boss. My god. You just can't parry after the 4th combo attack. The delay is so long. Look at that float ass helmet. A Titan helmet. Oh, I am stuck. Whatever shall I do? Strangely, this is one of the bits I actually remember from my old LP of this game. I remember trying to cheese this dude through the gate. And having the issue of, like, colliding blows. But now I don't even remember how to open the gate. Is this a long grab situation? There was, and I have forgotten his name as well. It would have been the last stream, so you can just go back and look at it. Humdinger. You know, it might have been something stupid like that. Not a real name. Oh, I can't float. Am I buggered? I can't levitate across. I think I'm supposed to. I don't have any levitate spells. I could always warp out of here, but that seems cheap. Stone plate. Go on. Okay. That's interesting. I wonder why he still exists in the game. It seems like it would be very easy to remove that NPC and replace him with something generic. How do I escape? Well, like the proper way. What do you mean, with Quentin? Oh, wait. They definitely did that with Quentin. Like, they were very forthright with the fact that Quentin was, like, part of cut content. I cannot get out of here. Like, I can only get out of here by teleporting. That just seems wrong. Yeah, I guess. I think with Quentin it was a bigger deal because he had a whole area and a whole bunch of NPCs underneath him, whereas Mortares was just like, he was just in a little room. You could have easily deleted him or just changed his name to generic Lizard Warrior without really there being any big deal. Alright, well, I guess I just have to teleport. Maybe that's why this one dropped a teleporter stone. Hello, friends. Oh, I recall... I'm trying to remember where the rest of the dungeons are. Oh, well, that's where all the things are. We are currently... That doesn't tell us... We're currently, like, in the volcano area. Oh, there we are. Priest tomb. Priest tomb. We've done that one. We've done that one. Yeah, that was the one behind Tilda's farm. So I guess there are technically two up here. Bruce. Bah! Of course we remember Bruce. Who doesn't remember Bruce? But I'm thinking of Gothic 2 Bruce. Who's Gothic 1 Bruce? I don't remember Gothic 1 Bruce. There's also, oh god, who else? There were a lot of named NPCs, especially in the new camp. That just, like, didn't do anything. This is just straight up a whole ass other dungeon. If I start this now, we're not really leaving a whole lot of time, or a whole lot of stuff for, like, the final Donsman quest, stream. Okay, yeah, he's definitely one of the ones I lump in is just, like, the ones I remember, but not by name. Anyway. Yeah, because I think of, I forget what character tells you, like, hey, watch out for what's-his-nuts. He doesn't like newcomers. But then you talk to him and he doesn't do anything. Like, nothing ever happens. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because we'll do 2 dungeons and a, 2 or 3 dungeons, and then the final boss next stream, which will probably happen next week. I doubt I'll do something this weekend for it. But then that'll be the Duns, whole thing done. And I question if I will actually fully complete the game as the other 2 guilds. Because once you get this far, there definitely really isn't much of a difference. I mean, I might as well, because they don't take that much longer afterwards. Also, I have, like, no real plan for when I'll actually start the walkthrough. But, for now, we're gonna call it here. And, yeah, the weekend streams, the East streams in the morning will happen as planned. And we'll probably... I mean, I might not end up doing this on Monday, because I feel like Monday's looking like a shit day already. But maybe there'll definitely be 1 or 2 next week for Risen. Till then, have yourselves a lovely weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and good night.